essence is we realize that footballers young people have natural affinity towards football. And therefore having football, rather soccer in the field, naturally attracts them and they come together in the pool. We realize that this is a powerful platform that we can use to disseminate key thematic information to the entire society. And therefore we identified football as the platform or the channel that we want to use to mobilize the youth and disseminate our thematic issues with regards to the various community challenges that we have. When I talk about challenges in this case, I mean things like health issues. People are faced with a series of health challenges. We have issues about access to clean, safe drinking water in the community, education, socio-economic empowerment. And we felt like football provides that kind of platform that we can use very effectively to address and maybe have them mitigated. We've tried our best level to work in collaboration with other institutions, both nationally and internationally. For instance, we have SEP is among the network members of Football for Good, Football for Development, both in Kenya and East Africa. And this is a group of organizations who have identified football as a very powerful tool that can be used to change communities. And therefore we came up under one umbrella called Football for Good East Africa or Football for Good Kenya. And in Kenya we have about 9 organizations working that. And in East Africa we are many, we are almost about 16 organizations also. So we come together for a common purpose that we want to change the community. We want to create opportunity for young people. We want to build leadership. We want the youth to have their own space and speak for themselves. So in the process, SEP has also been a network member of the global street football world with their headquarters in Berlin, Germany. And this is a network that now tries to kind of create different opportunities, technical opportunities, trainings, funding opportunities, so then we can easily implement these programs because it becomes so expensive and a bit difficult if you don't have the synergy. So the essence of this network is you can learn from each other, you can benchmark, you can tap some skills that do not exist in Kenya or in the Uganda, and it makes it easy through collaboration. And as a result of Street Football World Network, we have been lucky to be recipients of the FIFA Foundation Community Support Project Fund, formerly called Football for Hope. And they have been really able to support a lot of our programs, including social economic activity that we do through agriculture and agribusiness, the football training drills, coaching development drills, renovation of our playing facilities like the fields, like what we were doing for Kino Primary School at the time. And this has taken us quite several steps in achieving our goals and dreams as an organization. Apart from that, again, SEP collaborates with our Boston-based partners in the USA. Just in September, when I visited Boston, Cambridge, I was able to talk and present about SEP. And we had a very engaging discussions with the MIT students, Harvard students, Mathematics students. And they have come up with a very good collaboration about female empowerment and gender equality, for which case they're coming here in January for a period of 2 weeks to work closely with our girls locally and to maybe innovate some system whereby they can come up with the production of reusable sanitary towels. That is hygienically correct, that is naturally acceptable, using locally available materials so that even if they go back to America, then our girls around here can still continue producing. And we target this collaboration to move. It should be an ongoing collaboration, at least 3 years and above. So then you can be more innovative in your thinking, you can bring new things on board and see really what works best for these girls. So such collaborations are good because then the girls get the opportunity to learn. It creates a platform for North-South exchange, which is very important for another person. And we can tap into skills that others are not existing here. Yeah. We also have Soccer Without Borders, which is a Street Football World Network member in the US. They are also our partners from that platform. But in the US, we also work with them one-on-one. That's like an extension of partnership. We have Played Forward in Boston also. And then you have a coordinated office in Boston, headed by Professor Sally Hassan, who's an MIT professor of philosophy and gender studies at MIT. She's really done a marvelous job there. For instance, this is the first time in history that we are working with our county government. The chief officer for sports in Hobby County is so supportive, very, very accessible to us, and they attend our functions. By virtue of attending the functions and talking to the girls and encouraging them, that's sufficient support. So it's not just about money. However, he has not just done this in rhetoric. He has also gone extra mile and put some of the resources at our access available to us. For instance, he gives us balls, he gives us football, soccer equipments like jerseys, organizing for trainings for us and ensure that our teams is included for that. Those are kind of support we're talking about. We have FKF, this is the federation, the football governing body in Kenya. We have Nyanza South, where we have been before. Our chairman is very active and supportive to the organization, that's Mr. Yobesh. We have Hobby County, now that it's devolved. Mr. Maurice is quite good. We have the women rep, like Lynette. We have Joanne from Suba. Those are local FKF representatives. We also work very closely with the national office of FKF. So then everything that we do is well coordinated, is in harmony with the regulations and policies of the federation. And this is the secret of our success as well, because we don't have push and pull. SEP has a very vibrant board who are quite enthusiastic about what we're doing, and they support the works of mine. Some do also proposals, some do concepts, So these are the supporters that we have so far. However, I should say that in this year when we played Division 1, the key achievement is our girls soccer team has so far been elevated to play the Premier League come next season 2020. And it's a big success, it's a big achievement. As the other person would say, we need to celebrate, and of course we celebrated the success yesterday. But if you look at it again, it does not just come as a success. It also has its own challenges, a resource-based challenge. We need money to buy a van or a bus to take these girls out in order to honor their away matches. We need funds, money that we can pay for allowances. We need to meet their medical costs. We need to pay for their accommodations whenever they are at the camp or they go for the outings. So then the club, the girls can be able to effectively participate in the Premier League. Premier League is a nationwide league. It means they have the national visibility. And to some extent, it should be international visibility. And this is a team to watch. The girls you have here are highly talented, because they started from grassroots. You just developed them from young girls, just playing football, and they have grown up with professionals. And so we are really appealing for our friends across the world. We are appealing for friends to come to our aid and let us support this team. And supporting this team calls for both material and financial support. Material support includes even the moral support, by someone coming in and to talk about SEP in the social media and posts what we're doing is really supporting us. But someone saying, okay, I'm going to support this program by donating soccer equipment, is supporting us. But by a company, maybe Miva or this other, saying, we are going to donate this kind of a bus, or connecting a funds drive and buy a bus for the team. This is going to really support the girls directly. It is good to think like neutrally. If we have girls team playing and we have boys team, we should look at these two people or two teams as equal teams, so that when girls win award and boys win award, the compensation should be equal. If boys, for instance, are given $1 million for winning a league, girls should equally have the same, because we have human beings running in the field scoring goals and people celebrate. Therefore, compensation should not be discriminative in any manner. This has not been achieved in our country. We have a situation in Kenya where boys team win the league, they get 4 million. Girls team win the league, they get 200,000 shillings, which of course not even given because they are in debt. We want to see this changing. We want to see that standards are set, policies are set in a manner that a league for girls is looked at the same level as a league for boys. When girls win the league and the boys win the league, they should be compensated at equal level. So then motivation is not discriminative, should be equal. And if we do this, then I can assure you that our girls in the country, our girls in Kenya, have very good talents and they can take this country forward. By so saying, I don't say that boys don't do that. Boys are equally very good, we are proud of them. But you want girls to be compensated the same way. If it's about salary, they should be given salaries the same way. If there's no salary across board, It's for everybody. Another bit which is really important is when girls play in the Premier League, like now our girls are going to start playing the Premier League, the opportunity that comes to them is so elaborate, and this should be their source of income. This should be a source of livelihood. Unlike situation that players can't even afford their rents, honestly, we are looking at a situation that this girl should display a very high level of talent that other people, other institutions, other stakeholders can be attracted, and maybe employers can take them. They play for institutions on salaries. At the same time, they can work. Other established football institutions outside the country can also, buy them from us. And then by so doing, we can develop a development path that want to see how they develop in their talents. And at the same time, that development should be able to be translated into an economic source for the players, so that they are able to pay their own bills, they are able to support and achieve their dreams. And of course, their parents, their parents, their background. There are a lot of expectations from them. And as things are today, players are not on salary. Meaning even though they're playing, they're not settled to the level of giving their very best. They do not have the extrinsic motivation. And to some level, the intrinsic motivation also lacks a bit. So both have to be put together to make sure that our players are up to the task and given that opportunity. This issue of time lack that players are taken to the camp for 2 days or brought out of the camp because of lack of funds shouldn't be acceptable. And that's why I'm still appealing for our government. I know we have a very capable government. We're proud of our government. We should have working policies. We should have working system where players are looked at as any other economic source to the country, as a pride of the country, just like in other sector, like maybe tourism. And remember, tourism and sports is almost the same thing. So if you can invest millions in tourism, going to the wild park and seeing wild animals, why not invest almost more than that money to sports and improve our infrastructure sports, our facilities, improve our skills on coaches, improve our skills on referees, and have sports as a source of investment in this country.
Tutasema kwamba hii timu yetu ya SEP ilianza kama football academy. Nikianza ligi yetu ya sub branches, ndipo niliona hii timu nikaispot ile talent iko nayo. Kuuliza nikaambiwa ni kama talent academy ambayo inaongozwa na wenyeji katika hii area ya Chonyo karibu na Yugis Town. Basi kuiangalia nikaongea na wao, wakaniambia wamekuwa na hii project for the last 3 years. Basi ndio baadaye nikaona maana ya hiyo project, ili washikilie zaidi, nikaona niwaingize katika ligi kuu ama niwaingize katika ligi yetu ya county ili wapate nafasi ya kuexpose their lad talent. Na unajua timu za wasichana sio nyingi sana zinacheza ligi. Ndipo nikaona kwamba hapa kuna talent na nikaona kuna bidii na wenyeji ambao wanasimamia club. Ndio baadaye wakacheza, wakafaulu, wakawa number 1. Ni 2018 wakacheza nao, wakawa wameongoza. Baadaye wakaingizwa katika division 1 in 2018. So kutokea hapo ikawa sasa talent yao imeanza kuonekana, imeanza kuincrease day by day. Ndio baadaye mwaka huu wakacheza preliminaries, wakafaulu, wakashinda. Sasa hivi vile tunaongea, hii timu imeingia katika KPL leagues ile ya wasichana. Kwa hivyo wanacheza ligi kuu kuanzia 2020 January. Fixture ikitoka sasa wanacheza katika ile ligi kuu ya Kenya kuhusu mambo ya mpira wa wasichana. Kwa hivyo leo hapa tumekuja kuongelesha wachezaji na kuambia heko kwa kazi nzuri wamefanya na kuambia kwamba talent inaweza kuwachukua mbali.
Joanna Koth from Society Empowerment Project. We started Division 1 this year. Be the top in the Premier League. We are requesting for any support, that is jersey, bus, uniforms, boots, and the kits for any well-wishers who can support, just to be at the top, to be the champions of the Premier League.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I'm Kamasega from SEP team. I'm a SEP member. I always play at striking, offensive. SEP has done many things to us as girls, because we came here, we didn't know our talent very well, but we thank God that we've given up we have given out our heart, and we've achieved what we wanted. This year we wanted to go to the Premier League, but I thank God He has enabled us to be there, and we know that we are going to be the best team ever. For our talents are good, and we are going to be on top.
Okay.
Joan, midfielder. Eliva, goalkeeper.
Susan, striker.
Yvonne, striker. Kiago, defender.
Pauline Mzungu, midfielder.
Christabel Mungereza, defender.
Nancy, keeper.
Zuena, striker.
Kamasega, striker.
Jasmine Chitechi, defender.
Winnie, defender.
Mercy, defender.
Oden Jenta, defender.